Hey, you guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of air. So, if you're Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, these messages are for you for the weekend. I should have checked again. Well, this coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, so let's see what we have coming out. All right. So we have the overall energy as the Wheel. We have the Magician. We've got the Empress. We have the King of Cups, Justice, Oppression, Four of Wands, and Defeat. Okay. So the overall energy, I feel like there is something that is changing or has recently changed in your situation. It could have something to do with your living situation. It could have something to do with career, self-employment, and also any and all agreements. I also feel that there's someone who's been maybe trying to indirectly communicate with you, flirt with you, or just finding clever ways to interact with you. It seems like there is an opportunity coming up for you. And are you going to take this opportunity? Now, I do see ultimately that there's going to be some sort of blockage or some sort of resistance. I kind of feel that someone could also be bullying or being petty. I see someone reneging on an agreement. Someone is backtracking. They are making some sort of false promises, or maybe someone said all these wonderful things to get you to agree to something. Or maybe someone was just trying to keep the peace and they said, yeah, And it seems that after thinking about it, like, I don't know, it's like, well, I changed my mind. No, I don't want to do this, or I changed my mind. I don't know. It just seems like there is some sort of, I don't know, somebody might be doing something out of spite. And I don't know if this is you or someone that is doing this to you. It does seem like either way, two people are not seeing eye to eye. It gets to a point where it's not really about who's right or wrong. It's not that somebody is right, somebody is wrong. It's more so like we can't reach an agreement. Both sides are true. So it's just kind of like, well, what do we do now? So since we can't come to an agreement. So it seems like there is some sort of blockage, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what this is having to do with. Or it makes me feel like somebody is just like saying that they swear to something, but they're, crossing their fingers behind their back. Yeah, I feel like initially somebody is just trying to keep the peace. They're like, I'm just trying to keep the peace. I'm just going to agree to get this person to be quiet or whatever. And then, something happens where it's like it comes out that there's a disagreement or two people aren't seeing eye to eye. Somebody didn't follow through with what they said they were going to do. Let's say in a living situation, before you let someone come live with you, you were like, well, you can come live with me under these conditions. Do we have an agreement? These are the rules if you want to come live with me. And somebody is like, oh, yeah, absolutely, I agree. Like, this is your space. I don't want to do XYZ. And then once they get in, they're all cozy and moved in. They're doing something opposite of what you agreed to. And it's like, we had an agreement. It's like, oh, yeah, well, I thought about it. And, I am paying half the rent. So I should be able to, and it's kind of like both sides are true, but it's a matter of, who are you going to let win the argument? And right now it's just like at a standstill. It's like, no, I'm not backing down. Me either then. There's also the possibility of someone getting cold feet. Maybe someone proposed and now they're just like, I don't know, this responsibility, if I could take on the responsibility of a marriage just yet. And so somebody might get cold feet and back out, or somebody is doing something intentionally to get out of something so that they won't. But the way that they're doing it is set up to be so that they won't necessarily be the bad guy. They want you to leave them, or something like that. So there could be some form of mind games and manipulation going on. Yeah. And it could even be like people taking turns. Like 1 minute you're being manipulative, the next minute they're being manipulative. So it's like two people are taking turns playing mind games with each other. It's possible somebody may just pick a fight for attention. Another thing in regards to a love situation, I feel that somebody is trying to get your attention, whether it's good or bad. They just want a reaction. So yeah, they could do something nice or positive, but if that doesn't work, then yeah, they're going to go the opposite route and do something really petty to get your attention. So there's a strong possibility that someone's trying to get your attention in a negative way or a petty way. This also could be you. In general, there could be someone who's wanting attention and doesn't care if it's good or bad. It's like, I don't care. Yeah, I can get recognized for having, a wonderful singing voice, but I'd rather show up on your timeline half naked all the time. And not saying anything's bad with that, but sometimes it can seem like, okay, like they're really doing this a lot. Like, what's going on? So it's a possibility that someone could be trying to get attention regardless. They just want a reaction. I feel that someone is also concerned about being themselves out of fear of judgment. Someone is debating on whether or not they should tell the truth, but they might be worried that they're going to be judged. And then I'm also getting if you're dealing with any legal matters, something starts off. Oh, sorry, hang on. Something starts off where it seems like maybe it's going in your favor, but then I don't know. There could be some sort of blockage. Let's say you and a baby's father come to some sort of mutual agreement, some sort of verbal agreement outside of court. And it's just like, okay, so when we get to court, we're just going to tell the judge, you know, blah, blah, blah. Then you get to court and somebody changed their mind, you know, and then it's just like, you know, something motion denied. You know, it just seems like in a legal matter, like you're being blocked. You might feel that something is unfair. You're like, this is an unfair sentence or unfair judgment. Or something that's being asked of you is unfair, is someone is asking you to put more into something than is worth. You could be dealing with a water sign, a Libra, or Taurus. Okay, so it seems like there's a water sign who is being manipulative, or playing on someone's heartstrings, just playing mind games. And someone, maybe they could even be quiet or silent as a war tactic. So, you know, it's just like giving you the silent treatment. You're like, what did I do? And this person is just has you in your head thinking that you did something, but this is just their war tactic. They're trying to get something that they want. So now I'm also seeing that as somebody, you might be avoiding someone, or someone is trying to they're causing an issue because you can't read their mind, or you didn't read their mind, so they're giving you attitude. Someone also may be taking their anger out on you, or their disappointment out on you. It's misdirected energy regardless. So somebody might be mad at their sister or whatever, but then when you talk to them, they're like snappy or just being nitpicky or spiteful. It's misdirected. It's like, why are you snapping on me? Like, you know, so, and it can be you too. Like, you might be the one like being this way towards people. Something else I'm getting here. Okay, so if you're trying to get a reading on somebody, I feel like the energies are mixed up because this person has someone else doing something for them. And so because they're involved, it's like their energies are intertwined, and you might not be able to get a clean reading on somebody because it's their persona is masked. I also feel that someone is coming off as maybe having split personalities. I feel like you have an opportunity to leave or let go of a situation, and it's like you're confident, you're like, okay, I'm ready to, leave this situation behind. It could be career-wise too. And then all of a sudden somebody is saying things. You think that's a good idea though? Is that a good business name? Are people really into that? You think you can sell that many things? Like somebody is like saying all this stuff as you're trying to transition into this new lifestyle or position. I feel that someone is possibly projecting their insecurities or their self-doubts onto you. And then you also can look at it though as a part of yourself that is being mean or petty to try to push you. Like you could be subconsciously trying to push yourself, trying to give yourself a challenge, trying to test yourself and see if you really are going to go through with something. You also may be dealing with some form of karma where you're needing to resolve some sort of karmic debt that you have. Now, it could be a literal financial debt that needs to be resolved, but it also could be through relationships. And there's some sort of resistance, or maybe you're fighting against it, you don't want to deal with it, but something is part of your karma or something is law. Someone also may be trying to force you to do something you don't really want to do. You also could be in some sort of situation where you don't like either option, but you got to choose one. And so you're like, well, what's the lesser of two evils? But it's like two situations, and you're like, man, those are my only two choices. So, yeah. You might be trying to avoid someone by keeping busy or staying out of their way, trying to avoid confrontation. Someone also might try to push you because you are trying to be fair or balanced, and someone is like, no, you got to pick a side. Like, you can't straddle the fence, or you can't blah, blah, blah. So someone might be upset with you because you can't pick a side. It does seem like there is something difficult that's coming to an end, though. It seems like maybe you were dealing with a difficult situation, a difficult task. It's possible that you are reaching rock bottom, or you have reached rock bottom. It's like just when you feel like you can't take on anything else, it's like just keep going. You can do this. It does seem like something that's very difficult is coming to an end. You also might have to psych yourself out of something, or you might have to psych yourself in some kind of way. I'm hearing something about pedaling or pusher. Of course, makes me think of, you know, 80s drug terms, but I don't know if someone literally is doing that. You might need to go through some sort of legal process to sell a certain type of product. Like in Chicago, I know there's something called a peddler's license. I don't know if they still even have that. I don't know if it's called that everywhere you are, but you know, everywhere in every state. But it seems like maybe you're having to go through some sort of a legal process. Also, if you had to fill out a lot of paperwork, whether physical paperwork or electronic paperwork, I feel that you're submitting something or you're almost done with it. Someone also could be going through some sort of divorce or some sort of process, and just when you feel like you're out the clear, there's still some sort of an issue. Somebody might try one last trick to get you to stay. Kind of feels like somebody was avoiding a conversation or a secret, and they're going to come clean, or maybe they have to, or someone is trying to confront someone about this secret. I'm getting something about a payment, either a down payment on a house, or someone is making some sort of down payment. Maybe it's a down payment on a car, down payment on somebody to do work around the house. I don't know too if you'll have to take someone to court in regards to that. It's possible that you could be considering taking legal action towards somebody. Also, someone may be trying to get your attention by ignoring you. I feel that someone has like a mean sense of humor. or dark sense of humor. It feels more like on a mean side, like somebody is, it's like that's mean and they think it's like so funny. Hmm. It also seems that you might have a sense of pride about something, but you're keeping it to yourself. Um, and it's a similar energy like that I told you so or I knew it, but somebody isn't saying it. They're like, mm-hmm. So you might feel that way about somebody's situation. It's just like, I'm not going to say I didn't tell you so, but, you know. Mm. It also seems that someone is testing you in a strange way. This is their method of seeing who they can trust. So someone has, yeah, they're trying to test you, but I do feel that you're trustworthy, but this person needs to see it with their technique. All right, so let's pull some energy cards. All right, additional messages for air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We have action, Angel of Love, fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, overall energy, envy. Yeah. So you might be unaware that someone is looking over at what you have. Even if this person has a lot or has everything, they're still looking over at your life and feeling some type of way about it. This also could be you. You might find yourself looking at the life of other people and feeling like your life is dull or bland and other people around you have a better life. But something also may inspire you or prompt you to chase or pursue your heart. And it does seem like, you know, you're pushing towards that. It seems that somebody is also opening up and speaking how they really feel. So your throat chakra could have been blocked. And maybe now you're having the courage to speak about something. Now, also in that situation where I said somebody is like thinking that you can read their minds, at some point this person is going to just say what they're thinking instead of assuming that you knew what they were thinking. In a love situation, someone does not want you to get away. They're getting envious of something that you're doing, and they don't want to see you happy without them, or they don't want to see that you're moving on, and so this might prompt them to pursue you and open up, do something uncomfortable. So you might have someone that's feeling very vulnerable, and showing parts of themselves that they don't normally show, or you could find yourself being this way. I feel like you're also just being advised to be in tune with your heart as well. Trust what your intuition is saying to you. And basically not to be afraid to speak out about things or call someone out if need be. I feel that someone also may send a song to you. I don't know. I feel something's going on with music. So, especially too if you're creative or you're dealing with someone who's creative, something could be in your name. Someone's trying to get your attention or pursue you with music. All right, so hopefully these messages help. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.